Okay. I tried to do Zoom. I'm on a different computer. It didn't have a shitload of space, so here we are. Now I have to figure out really quick if anybody knows how to share screen. Please tell me. This is going to be on Debbie Collier. I'll have to figure that out. I was going to put some videos up, but now I can't. So, damn. Okay. I'll have to figure it out and do another video soon. Damn, damn, damn. Really bothers me. Okay, anyway, um, Debbie, I think it's Todd Collier. This is the case of her. She went missing on September 10th. She was found on September 11th. If you have any surveillance footage, you come in contact with her, you interacted with her, um, any kind of information or videos, you need to contact Cole Garrison and George Casson, 706 839 0559 or 706 839 0560. She's 59. On September 8th, Amanda and Andrew had moved back to Georgia from Maryland. They were living with Amanda's brother, Jeffrey. Amanda is her daughter. And then September 10th to 17, traffic cameras from the school in Tallulah Falls captured her going down the road in her rental van, traveling northbound on Route 15 to 55. She goes into the Family Dollar store in Clayton, which is 90 minutes from her home in Athens. 317. Actually, at 309, she comes back out of the Family Dollar store after she purchases a 2-pack of paper towels, a blue tarp, a red tote bag, a torch lighter, um, and a poncho. Yeah. But 317, she sends Venmo transfer to her daughter, $2,385 with a cryptic message. 319, she leaves parking lot, headed south on Route 15, and at 6:01, she was reported missing. The cops found her car on the 11th from like an onboard top radio thing, like OnStar maybe, but that's not what it is. The van was found at 12:30, parked on the side of the road. It used to be an old logging road northbound in Clarksville, about 13 miles south of Family Dollar. About 12:44, I think, was said that they found her body. September 14th, deputies served search warrant at Amanda and Andrew's house. Um, September 21st, law enforcement reports there is not any evidence to support kidnapping or suicide. And like I said, she was 59. She lived in Georgia. Neighbors said on September 9th that they did hear fighting. And I'm going to say there's a video with the daughter, and it's like 2-3 minutes long, and she's trying to um, describe. I don't know what the hell she's trying to describe, honestly, but she's talking to the reporter, and she's doing this crying that she done on the phone with the 911 calls. And while it sounds believable, there's not a tear in her eye. I just don't think she was really crying, and I can say that. I have the first, what is it? The Constitution says so, the First Amendment. But anyway, I don't believe her. I think something's up. They were um, reported using drugs in the past. Apparently, that's what it was, an issue with the stepfather. Um, Diane Shirley, Debbie's sister, had called 911 also. She had told them about an accident and that the guy was an ex con, all this stuff that Amanda had told her. Well, not all that's true. There was an accident and paint went all over Debbie's car, and I believe that's why she had the rental, maybe. But the dad, when he made the 911 call, the 911 operator said, so your daughter said she sent her a Venmo. He said, no, my stepdaughter. And then he kept referring to Amanda as her daughter, her daughter. I don't know if there's anything to it. It just seems odd. Um, Amanda's son, Jeffrey, Debbie's son, Jeffrey, he had posted something about he didn't know if he should be happy whenever Stephen, the husband, and Debbie had got married. I don't know, just food for thought there. Um, Amanda and Andrew. Andrew is her boyfriend. He is an amateur MMA fighter. Before they both had issues in DV. They had 2008, 2012, and the last time that Amanda had an encounter with the law was May 21st, May 2021. Sorry. She had falsely accused her boyfriend of breaking into the house and attacking her. Police reports stated that she backed up her claim, showing officers bruises on her shoulders and arms. However, as the investigation went forward, the Athens Clark County Police Department found that Bearden, that's her last name, and her boyfriend Andrew Tyler Gergich, I don't know how to say that, lived together. While Bearden was arrested for falsely reporting a robbery, Andrew was arrested for battery. And then, they got some things down here that kind of went over. Like I said, that Andrew was an MMA fighter. Um, he got arrested about a year after he had allegedly handwritten a message saying to the New York Post, um, reported that if you and your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them. Have a nice life. You are a lying bitch. Don't ever contact me again. Notably, um, Bearden also has a criminal history in several DV cases. Neither Bearden nor Burrich have been listed as suspects in the case, even though a search warrant has been done on their house. And the father, they found video evidence where he was at work, but we're not hearing anything about where they were. The police department also stated that there's no evidence of a serial killer. I don't know. My theory is there was a little 13-year-old boy that was in Georgia that had been killed and he was covered with the blue tarp. So I'm kind of assuming maybe that's why they threw that out there. This has no relation to it. Um, there's a theory she hired a hitman to kill her, that she was tired of arguing with her husband, tired of her daughter um, taking money, needing money, all of this. I don't know. That's a pretty dramatic way to go, and to have, you would think if you would hire a hitman to kill you, I would say, hey, can you just unexpectedly shoot me in the back of the head? I wouldn't be walking around, hey, can you set me on fire? Um, it just don't, I don't know. There were two calls from Amanda. And one of the calls she asked about should she hire a private investigator to track the car or something. I don't know. There's one call from Steven at 6:01 that was like 3 hours after Amanda got the Venmo, which I'd like to know, does she have the money? Where did the money go? They're kind of alluding that maybe it wasn't from the mom's phone. Um, so we're waiting on stuff there, waiting on more updates. And also, you can find the police report for the incident with the car where the paint went over it. Okay, I got a picture here, and if I knew how to share my damn screen, then I could possibly do this. I have got to figure out. If anybody knows how to share your screen, sorry y'all. This is my first live video on here. I've got a bunch on YouTube. Um, they didn't upload my Jeffrey Epstein video, and it said there was issues with it, and I don't know, the way they worded it, it made me nervous. How do you share your screen? Oh well. This is why I like doing Zoom, because I know how to work Zoom. But there's a picture of her going down the road to the Family Dollar, and I've tried to lighten it, everything I could do to the vehicle, because they think that somebody was in the vehicle with her. I don't know if they were. I would say they had to be hiding. I'm not saying they were. I'm just saying if there was, they had to be hiding. There's a video, and I'm gonna go figure all this shit out and come back and put the videos up here so you know what I'm talking about. But there's a video where she's walking into the Family Dollar. If you look, she stops for a second at the door and she hits the key fob to lock the doors on that van. So if there was somebody in there, she wouldn't be locking the doors on the van. And then we're going to jump down to the crime scene. I want to go over a few things there. There's parts of like a red, maybe tote, maybe her jersey. The tree with all the gloves and stuff, I guess, that the EMTs left. Um, there's also a picture where you see two blue rubber gloves, some red, looks like some of the tarp burn, and there's something to the left. It's white. I want to know what that is. I don't know. But there's a barcode on a piece of paper. I don't know where I found it, but I seen it. The piece of paper was turned over. It's the barcode off of the lighter. The pack that the lighter was in, it's the barcode. It's the back of that lighter pack. Um, and her van was pulled to the very end of the cement at the road. It was Old Logan Road, and her van was pulled all the way up there. And I don't know, that just, I mean, everybody's different, but that just seems odd to me. And there is a picture where, let me see if I can do this, where oh, it's not going to let me do it. But she, let me see. Sorry. Oh, she's got that big bruise on the side of her head. Like I said, I will make another video, put all this stuff in it. But if you look, it looks like it could be a knuckle, and then a knuckle. Um, I don't know. She said she fell on the sidewalk. If that's what she said, I don't have proof either way, so I don't know. Some people thought that she was buying this stuff as her own murder kit. Also, she could be going to a game. She had on her jersey. I found people in Georgia. I'm from North Carolina originally, live in Idaho now. They take that seriously. They like the Bulldogs. They like the dogs. And I think that's what it is, Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs. I had a sergeant in the Army that was from there. But, I looked and I found that on September 10th, there was a game in Athens, Georgia, where she lives at 4 o'clock, and they were playing Samford. And so there was a game that day. Her husband was actually parking cars. That's his job, parking cars in a bank parking lot, so that they could go to the game or something, like people could go to the game. Not sure there. But there was a game that day. And so maybe, I don't know. I don't know why she was that far away. I think I heard Grizzly. It's a YouTuber. I think it's Grizzly True Crime. Sorry. One thing I learned about me, I have a shitload of notes at all times. Um, I have associates, if you could see my little things, associates of science in criminal justice, a bachelor in forensic psychology, a master's in homeland security, and I'm getting my PhD in forensic psychology. So I'm not an idiot. Don't let the accent fool you. But and maintained a 3.7, if not above. I had 3.99 for my associates, and graduated with honors every time. But anyway, I wanted to give her name because I have seen she does an excellent job, and she's got a video on there where a lady walks down through there at the crime scene, which, as somebody that's interested in this, I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, well, if there's anything there that needs to be used as evidence, it's fucked now. So just I don't know. Grizzly True Crime. Um, I did look up the weather that day because she bought a poncho. On the 9th, the weather was 79, low 68. September 10th, it was 72. On the 11th, it was 86. The prior week was in the 70s and mostly 80s. And then the week after was going to be in the 80s. So, I don't know. But when they found her body, it was raining. So um, I want to find something too. Okay. Um, The Family Dollar was at 122 Plaza Highway, Clayton, Georgia. It was 13 miles away from the crime scene. Her purse was found at the crime scene. I'm assuming cell phone, phone, torchlighter, refillable, paper towels, tarp, tote. And like I said, they found the car unlocked and unoccupied, obviously. But the mirrors were pulled in, and I was watching Duty Ron and Ed Wallace, and they were talking about some cars that when you cut them off or lock them, the mirrors go in, but they said they found the car unlocked. So I don't know if that was just something misspoken or what. I'm not that familiar, even though I was a mechanic, not that familiar on new cars and how they function. And I was wanting to give you the rundown on, I know I wrote it down somewhere, on the $2,385. And I've got a shitload of questions. And like I said, there could have been somebody in the car, but if there was, then she didn't know. Okay, Andrew had legal fees. He had a DUI charge that was $2,025, a marijuana charge that was going to be $1,750. So he wasn't calculating that in. He had paid for 5 months of probation. He owed for 3, and then he still had 4 months and 29 days of probation left. And then there was a warrant fee that come in he didn't know about that was $292. I'm trying to give you all these rundowns, but first of all, we have the 2025 DUI charge. The marijuana, he wasn't sentenced, so that wasn't on there. The 3 months of probation that he was kind of, I guess you'd say, arrears was 135, and the 4 months and 29 days left would equal up to 225. If you add all those beautiful numbers together, you get $2,385. And like I said, the warrant fee he didn't know about, so that was not calculated into it. Um, I just think that's odd. I think that is too damn odd. I don't believe in coincidences. Um, I find most people that deal with true crime, conspiracies, I don't know, all that shit, they don't. And I don't believe in coincidences. Um, I've got more that I want to look into. Just want to kind of give a rundown on that. But trying to see if I missed anything. I think I mentioned that he was an amateur MMA fighter. Because I was trying to look at where the mom lived of him, where Debbie lived, where she ended up, where the Family Dollar store is. I think I heard somebody say that there was non-Family Dollar stores and Dollar General stores on the way to where she went. Like, where in the hell was she going? She went northbound, and then once she left the Family Dollar, she went southbound to have to turn around and go back northbound. So, there's like a lot to get into. Um, a lot. I want to know where the money went. I want to know where Amanda and them was. I want phone records. All this. Obviously, I would never have that unless the cop releases it to the general public. But I just think it's very, very odd that his legal fees. Oh my God! People quit killing people for money and drugs. Are you people retarded? I mean, come on! You cannot. You're you can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. 2000. I mean, I know people that stop for less, but the exact amount of his legal fees. This isn't rocket science. I don't know. And I'll give you the numbers again for the detectives and stuff to call. I'd like to know, where the game that was there a game planned that she had planned to attend, maybe a tailgating party. Like I said, where was Andrew and Amanda during the time that she's at the Family Dollar store? Why didn't Amanda, like I said, if somebody sends me money, any money, but especially a money of that nature, I'd be like, what are you doing? What is this for? What's going on? Did Amanda ask for that money? Um, because at first it said they won't let me go. They're not going to let me go. Love you. There's a key to the house and the blue flower pot. So I was like, okay, people are overanalyzing this. This woman has went to work and tried to get off from work, and they wouldn't let her. So, because I've said, to my family before, oh, they're not going to let me go. They're not going to let me come. And I don't know what she meant by that. Amanda, did she know who they was? What's the phone record say? Did she send a message and say, hey, who's they? What's this money for? What's going on? What do you mean? And why did Amanda need a key? Was it because she didn't have one yet? I don't know. There's so many questions behind those two. And, I was wanting to know, did she ask for the money? Because then she wouldn't, have to say, what's the money for? Because she asked for it. Also, where is the money at? Well, I kind of like to know. I'm telling you, I feel that the cops are looking in that direction, um, because there's just too much. There's too much oddity going on, and I'll get the video up. She was believable. If you just hear her, oh my God, you think she was just tore up. Oh my God, it's so her life was going to end. And if you look at her, she's not crying. I'm sorry, everybody reacts different. Yes. But when you start pretending like you are just, all this stuff and there's not a tear in your eye, then there's something wrong. Those are not adding up. Those don't go together. You know, it just don't make sense. And then the boyfriend, he kept moving his arms all crazy whenever he got arrested by the cops for violating a no contact order a while back. And, all this stuff. And they just don't act right. I don't know. I don't really know because I've not thought about it how I expect them to act, but I don't expect them to act like that. Um, there is a bunch of YouTubers that you should check out. Um, Court Online, Zav Girl, Grizzly True Crime. She's got a good video on there where the girl goes down and does like a video of it. And there's so many more. I can't even think of them right now that I've been watching. Tyler Feller. I don't know how to say it. I'm not good with names. But anyway, I'm going to try to figure out how in God's green earth that I can like put a video together with all the videos so I can show you. And then I will see y'all later. Be sure and hit subscribe. I'm hoping that I get better at this shit as time goes on. Um, like if you like it. If you don't like it, hit don't like. But thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.